Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Vashawn Jones, visionary of Fedora Outlier LLC. Let me take my headphones off for this one. All right, so check it out. We got this whole thing called work, and it's part of a series that is finding or creating work that is meaningful, purposeful, and profitable. And so I break down finding work. I break down creating work. I break down what the meaningful and the purposeful and the profitable is in this 7 series video. This is the third of the 7, and I'm putting this one out public for free. Number one, to let you know a little bit about what you're going to get. Number two, this is the most important part. All of the other video series are free. You just have to give me your email address. I guess that's a low cost. But this one is super, super important, and I want everybody to get it because there's just misnomers out there, these lies, these things that are just not true. You know, things like hard work. You know, work doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be labor intensive. One of the reasons why stuff is hard is because when people work for somebody else, they don't realize that they're fulfilling somebody else's dream. Right. And so it may not be what you want to do. Therefore, is this pull and push, this tug of war when it comes to work. And we even have the Department of Labor because work used to be, you know, manual, doing physical labor, hammering down railroad tracks and working for Chrysler. And for the most part, I mean, that's no longer the thing, right? I mean, if you build houses and you're a roofer, then yeah, you're gonna have to get on top of the roof and put and put the roof on. It might be hot. I mean, I'm pretty much guarantee it's gonna be hot or cold up on top of the roof. But you know, that's what you signed up for, and it is what it is. But the biggest thing about that is how do you look at it? You know, number one, you can get plenty of vitamin D. Number two, it may very well be your purpose and your passion, your mission, your goal, what you love to do, which is putting on roofs to houses and buildings. And there are people who are naturally gifted, naturally talented in doing particular things, just like you. And an example with that is everybody who's disabled or blind does not need to be in customer service. That used to be a very easy layup for somebody that's blind. Hey, they can talk. Hey, you know, they can answer the phone pleasantly and with a smile. But those pigeonhole days of, you know, just putting somebody on a phone for customer service because they couldn't see as a de facto job just isn't here. Number one, the customer service jobs isn't here. Why? Because email has taken over. I can shoot an email off in response to a customer query, and I never have to pick up the phone. I don't have the infrastructure cost of an actual phone system. And trust me, I've ran and owned multiple collection agencies, and the phone system itself is $30,000-$40,000, and I've done that like 3 times in my life. So trust me, the phone system is crazy. And so when you are looking at work, does it fulfill you? You know, what is it that captivates you to doing what you're doing? Is it like a benevolent service? Are you a musician and your work is playing a instrument? And if you're doing, and I know you heard this, but it is absolutely positively true. If you're doing something that you love doing, then it will not feel like work. You know, but work is something that takes effort. They say, even in the Bible, faith without works is dead. And yeah, there's some stuff that comes before that and some stuff that comes after it, of course. But the premise is you have to put in what my mom used to say, elbow grease. You have to put in something to get something out of it. And money doesn't fall on trees or fall from trees. And the results from working does not come without working. I mean, it's just as simple as that. And so my business is really focused on, hey, to the people joining, thank you. My business is really focused on people who genuinely want to work, genuinely want to make a high income. Not just a living, not just a job. I say job stands for just over broke. I'm talking about a high income, $10,000, $20,000 a month. I can literally show you statements where my monthly income was like 58,000. You know what I mean? Just in one month this year, right? And it's all through helping people. My book, if you help enough people get what you want or what they want, I don't even know the title of my own damn book. If you help enough people get what they want, and the parenthetical to that is you always have what you want. And it stands true. My job is just to help people master their technology, help people with their employment goals, help the government with their labor when it comes to people with disabilities. And I love doing it. I've done it. I've hired literally hundreds and hundreds of people, probably over 300 plus people in my life. And I mean, I just know the ones that really want to work, the ones who really want it. And you have to have that burning desire to make it, to want it. You have to know what you want to do, and you have to do whatever it takes to get there. And again, it doesn't have to be hard. One thing that my dad always told me is that if you work now, you can play later. And if you can play now, or if you're going to play now, then you're going to have to work later. And so that's kind of the adage of, you know, while you're young, work so you can chill when you get older, that whole retirement thing. Or if you play when you're younger, you're going to have to work in your old age. Now, of course, I'm the next generation. I say, you know, I work now and I play now, and I mix them all together. Before I met when I met my wife, girlfriend at the time, I said, you know, I love mixing business with pleasure, you know, because once I found out that I could literally go on vacation, talk about business, and then write that off as a business trip and still be able to enjoy vacation, or I can own a business, buy a computer, buy a Rolls Royce, and say that's the company car, it's still my car, right? Because I own the company. And so that's the difference of the mentality of finding when you're looking for a job and you work for somebody else, then you're fulfilling their goals, buying their Rolls Royce. When I worked in the collection industry, everybody had, all the owners had Mercedes and Lamborghinis and classic BMWs and all of that. You know, and that just let me know that I want to be there in the owner's seat, doing what I want to do, how I want to do it, being as creative as I want. And when you create your own business, then you create your own reality. Steve Jobs would say the only way to predict the future is to invent it. And that stands true. If you want something different in the future for yourself, you have to invent it. You have to make it happen. You have to be the one to go out and kill it and bring it home. And that's what work is in 2018 and the foreseeable future. It doesn't have to be hard labor, but if you want something, whatever it is out there that you want, whatever it is out there that you want, find somebody that has it, ask them what they did to get it, and as long as it's legal, ethical, and moral, then that's what you're going to have to do to get it. If I want to go buy a house, I got to do what hundreds of millions of people before me have done to buy a house. Now, if I want to buy a condo building, then I need to be talking to people who own condominium buildings so that I'll know exactly what I need to do and be able to put in that work to be able to get it. So check it out. My hard work has me sitting in the front rows of the Jay-Z and Beyonce on the Run 2 tour. Jay-Z is absolutely positively my favorite artist in the world. Now, I'm a jazz musician. I listen to a lot of stuff. Beyonce, cool, but the best artist for me in the world married the best woman in music and created a couple of kids, Blue Ivy, and I forget what the little boy is. But this is amazing. My second opportunity to be, you know, front row with Jay-Z, and it's hard work. Well, nah, I mean it was a lot of work. It was intense work. It was enjoyable work. But I take that back. It wasn't hard. It doesn't have to be. So check this out. I'm going to put my headphones back on. And I appreciate all you guys watching and listening. Thank you very much for supporting me, my company. Look out for videos 4, 5, and 6. And look out for my link when I share the full 7-session mini-series on finding or creating work that is meaningful, purposeful, and profitable. I'm about to hop in an Uber, enjoy myself. I'll shoot you some footage if I can get on Facebook Live from the new Mercedes-Benz Dome. Then I will. If not, I'll share it with you guys later. Listen, make the rest of your life the best of your life. See you on
Button.
session 4.
End live session.